No clear direction in markets today, with bulls and bears fighting for control. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. Here is your complete global indices roundup for June 19th. The market is lacking a clear catalyst today, leading to choppy, two-way price action. Let us go region by region across the major global indices. Starting with the Americas session. S&P 500 is up plus 1.08%, trading at $7,500.58. Equity markets are responding to reports that are stock market today. S&P 500 jumps 1.1%, NASDAQ soars 1.5% as Wall Street shrugs off Fed jitters NDTV profit. NASDAQ 100 is up plus 2.48%, trading at $30,406. Equity markets are responding to reports that are stock market today. S&P 500 jumps 1.1%, NASDAQ soars 1.5% as Wall Street shrugs off Fed jitters NDTV profit. Dow Jones is broadly flat at $51,565, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Investor sentiment is being shaped by a stock market today. S&P 500 jumps 1.1%, NASDAQ soars 1.5% as Wall Street shrugs off Fed jitters NDTV profit. Starting with the Europe session. DAX is trading higher by plus 0.65%, at $25,096. Traders are reacting to news that oil prices stabilize after release of US-Iran deal text, barons. FTSE 100 is broadly flat at $10,391, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that are stock market today. S&P 500 jumps 1.1%, NASDAQ soars 1.5% as Wall Street shrugs off Fed jitters NDTV profit. Starting with the Asia session. Nikkei 225 is trading higher by plus 0.28%, at $71,250. Currency markets are reacting to 90% silver half dollars, the 1964 secret most people miss. Most people don't realize that half dollars minted before 1965 contain 90% silver. At Money Metals, we sort thousands of Walking Liberty, Franklin, and Kennedy half dollars every year. If you're stacky, LinkedIn. Hang Seng dropped sharply minus 1.59% to $23,925. Traders are reacting to news that India, ASEAN steel demand to offset China slowdown, Rio Tinto mining.com. KOSPI is little changed, hovering near $9,052.42. Equity markets are responding to reports that are stock market today. S&P 500 jumps 1.1%, NASDAQ soars 1.5% as Wall Street shrugs off Fed jitters NDTV profit. Nifty 50 is broadly flat at $24,043, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that are stock market today. S&P 500 jumps 1.1%, NASDAQ soars 1.5% as Wall Street shrugs off Fed jitters NDTV profit. Sensex is trading lower by minus 0.85%, at $76,753. Equity markets are responding to reports that are stock market today. S&P 500 jumps 1.1%, NASDAQ soars 1.5% as Wall Street shrugs off Fed jitters NDTV profit. ASX 200 is trading lower by minus 0.92%, at $8,828.70. Traders are reacting to news that India, ASEAN steel demand to offset China slowdown, Rio Tinto mining.com. Now, a look at some of India's most active stocks in the news today. TCS plunged minus 3.06% to 2,135.90 Indian rupees in a significant session. Large deal wins, measured by total contract value, are the most important signal for TCS revenue trajectory over the next 12 months. BFSI and retail verticals in North America are the key spending sectors to watch. Any IT budget revision by US banks would move TCS estimates meaningfully. HDFC Bank dipped minus 0.64% to 781 Indian rupees. The merger integration with HDFC Limited has created short-term balance sheet friction, but the long-term cross-sell opportunity in mortgages and insurance is exceptional. Retail loan book quality, particularly credit cards and personal loans, is the asset quality variable to track as the credit cycle matures. Reliance is down minus 1.25%, trading at 1,311.50 Indian rupees. The new energy investments, solar panels, green hydrogen, batteries, are still in capital deployment mode, but the addressable market is enormous. Near term, any Geo subscriber addition data above expectations or retail same-store sales growth acceleration would be the catalyst. Now let us look at what is driving these moves at the macro level. Geopolitical risks remain elevated. Traders are reacting to news that oil prices stabilize after release of US-Iran deal text, barons. This is keeping traders cautious and supporting flows into defensive assets. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that our stock market today, S&P 500 jumps 1.1%, NASDAQ soars 1.5% as Wall Street shrugs off Fed jitters NDTV profit. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. Investor sentiment is being shaped by our stock market today, S&P 500 jumps 1.1%, NASDAQ soars 1.5% as Wall Street shrugs off Fed jitters NDTV profit. And looking at how some of the biggest global names are trading today. TSMC made a dramatic move today, surged plus 6.94% to $462.12. N2 node ramp is the most important near-term catalyst. Demand from Apple, Nvidia, and AMD exceeds current capacity. The geopolitical Taiwan risk is the permanent discount the stock will carry, but the fundamental earnings power is exceptional. Arizona fab progress and U.S. CHIPS Act subsidy clarity are the structural positives. BHP plunged minus 5.60% to $61.40 in a significant session. Copper exposure is the long-term investment thesis. BHP's copper assets will benefit from the structural deficit expected this decade as the energy transition drives demand. Iron ore price and China steel output remain the dominant near-term earnings variables. Northrop Grumman plunged minus 5.21% to $521.50 in a significant session. Government IT and classified programs provide stable base earnings that are often underappreciated. The next intercontinental ballistic missile contract is a potential large upside catalyst. Watch for any DoD budget line item commentary on space programs. Let us give you our near-term view on the NASDAQ 100. The near-term technical picture for NASDAQ 100 looks constructive. Watch the $31,622 level as the first meaningful resistance zone. A close above there on decent volume would be an encouraging sign for bulls. As always, this is analytical commentary, not financial advice. To summarize, 6 indices in the green, 7 in the red today. A clear risk-off tone is prevailing across global equities. Let us close with the key events and catalysts on our radar. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We do the research so you do not have hours of analysis distilled into actionable daily briefings. If that is valuable, please hit the like button. It is the single best way to support independent market analysis and help us reach more investors. Subscribe and turn on notifications for tomorrow's briefing. Drop your view in the comments. Are you bullish or bearish from here? Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your global indices roundup from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe for daily updates across every major market.